real or honest with you. They're not actually dealing with issues and talking stuff out. And they're not taking any accountability. They're always trying to make you, the child, into the problem. You have a problem. We're going to send you to some therapist, and you're going to get a diagnosis put on you. And we're going to pop you on some pills because you got a problem, you know? I managed to avoid that, luckily, but I know a lot of people that went down that road. You're a problem. We're going to send you to some boot camp thing to get you disciplined or whatever. You know, you're a problem. That's what they do. Rather than looking at themselves and saying, man, how am I raising my kid? How do I talk to my kid? Am I positive and loving with my kid? Or am I taking out my bad day on my kid, you know? With a lot of these parents also, like, if you're a kid and you got some little league or some swim lessons or whatever, like, they can barely even make it to pick you up from that, you know?
A schizophrenic parent will usually have a schizophrenic child. A schizophrenic parent will have a schizophrenic child. That's why they putting their children on medication, and they the ones that need the medication. They will let their child go on Ritalin, Adderall, whatever them things are, but they the ones they made them schizophrenic. Then when that parent come to school, you know that parent's schizophrenic. You know they schizophrenic. If you look at their life, you know you schizophrenic. You ain't never had stability in your whole life. You are schizophrenic. But the child is paying the price because the child is under the magnifying glass because you're too old now. You just set in your ways. You call schizophrenic just being me. I'm just being myself. You don't know who you are. You ain't.
And I typically refer to this as a schizo narc, although I'm not into the psych label stuff, so of course just like the Jezebel spirit and other spirits. And I'm pretty sure this video was Pastor Stephen Darby Vela Jezebel. Wait a minute. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was Pastor Stephen Darby recovered from schizophrenia.
And I don't know, it's just like, imagine how I felt, y'all. Just getting kicked out. Mind you, family blocked. I didn't block them. They blocked me. And I'm just like, I'm just a girl. Like, you would think that I really was a disrespectful, disobedient, just crazy kid that's out here about the treatment that I received. But like I tell y'all, this is my story. This is my testimony. I wouldn't really do anything. And yes, I can take accountability, y'all, but people were just unprovokedly upset at little old me. And I didn't understand it then, but like I said, I get it now. It's a very spiritual battle. A lot of times, and I know some of y'all are watching could relate to this so much. Like, a lot of times when you have a light over your life, when the favor of God is over your life, people really just not gonna like you. And that could go from family, friends, your boyfriend, anybody. Like, it really gets that deep. And the enemy will throw his best shot. He will throw everything he can, try to get you to like question God. It just goes down to when you have a light over your life, you genuinely can push buttons just by existing. And that is my story. Genuinely, I have pushed buttons. I have provoked people just by me existing. Not by me willingly being a mean person, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you. Like, I'm not that person at all, and it just sucks that certain people view me a way that's not me at all. And what I've grown to realize now is that what I have been told has been my problem my whole life. I'm realizing that that's actually my purpose. It's my purpose to be a very confident woman that knows exactly who she is and whose she is. It's my purpose to have this strong voice so that I can minister unto you guys, and y'all hear me and understand where I'm coming from. It's my purpose, and it's just like, I really just unlocked this, y'all. Like, this your problem. You got a problem. All of those problems that y'all telling me is like so crazy and so bad. I'm realizing that all of that was a trick of the enemy to try to make me forget who I am and who God really created me to be. I need all of that to fulfill my purpose. So is it really a problem? And that's what I realized very much recently. And I want you guys watching that to realize that as well. Like, if people keep trying to beat you down and convince you of somebody that you are not, like when I tell y'all, like, family has tried to convince me that I'm an evil, conniving, like, person that I'm not. projecting. Stop projecting. I want you guys to learn from my situation and my testimony. People will really project onto you what they are battling and what they are. And I don't want us to be a JBD gang that do that. We're not going to be projecting in 2026 in any year moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, like, a lot of times when God is truly in you, even in those moments where you don't feel like he is, like, even in those moments when I was in high school and I didn't know for real, like, I knew the God that I served, but I didn't know the God that I served, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to go out preaching on y'all, but seriously though, when you have that in you, people will unintentionally hate you. They can say they love you so much, but they can unintentionally harm you. Or intentionally. Some people will be intentional, but the story's not over. So yeah, y'all, you know, I took that habit with me to college, and though I have the emotional intelligence now to like be able to identify